Hello. Well, another day is here and another story, another lesson. The human experience is one of learning, so I am just here to share my stories in hopes to inspire someone else through the struggles that I've kind of gotten through. But I wanted to show you this cool plant stand. I really love watching the plants grow and like eating it as well. When I was in my 20s, well, it actually started when I was a teenager. I went into the Navy when I was a teenager, and I'm trying not to go into really nasty details, but I got really sick. And I was having a lot of struggles, and not only did it take a toll on my body, but it was also taking a toll on my mind, and I was embarrassed by a lot of things that were going on. And so I had to start to learn to do something differently. The medical, like what we call medical in the military, they would give me certain prescriptions and nothing would help me. They would give me tablets and drinks and all kinds of different things. And at the end of the day, nothing changed the way I felt. And a lot of times when people are sick, you can't tell by looking at someone if they're sick and how they feel. So probably about 8 out of 10 people are walking around in extreme discomfort most of the time. And a lot of us hide this suffering very well, and we don't talk about it. But I do believe it's kind of, I feel very pulled and strongly towards sharing my story of my struggles, because I know if I was walking around like that, then probably many other people are walking around suffering too. And so I wasn't getting help through the medical system because nothing made me feel better. And I had gotten to the end of the rope, I guess you could call it, and I just really got desperate. I mean, I got really desperate. I was in another country at the time. I was in Southeast Asia. And I started to look at different means of help. This meaning natural practitioners, colon therapist, because this is where all of my problems all lie, like right in here in the center. Which was, at the end of the day, I found out I felt powerless. You know, we come into this world and we're challenged with so many things as a child and so many struggles, whether it's family, school, society, sports, any kind of organization, religion, possibly that you're in. There's all these struggles and pressures that are put upon us by the world and our environment. And through these pressures of environment and family and the world, we start to believe certain things about ourselves. And I felt powerless. I felt like a failure every day. I didn't feel like I was worthy of love. I didn't feel like I belonged. And this was resulting in my medical conditions. So I learned at a young age, like in my 20s, about the mind and body connection, because physically I started to do all the right things, but at the end of it all, it was more of my mental and emotional state. So the way that we think about ourselves, not just physically, but the way we think about ourselves at an emotional level, do we even feel worthy of being alive? Do we feel worthy of love? Do we feel like we are worthy of following our passions and our dreams? Do we feel worthy of doing things that make us happy? Do we feel worthy of actually having joy? All of these things are encompassing our health. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this is kind of the missing puzzle piece that Western medicine may sometimes not include in your diagnosis. And for me, I learned through my own healing process that it was my state of my mind and the state of how I felt about myself that was causing me my illness. It wasn't necessarily just any kind of physical activities. It wasn't just the case of beer I was drinking. It was so many other things. So it wasn't just a case of beer I was drinking. It was the thoughts that I thought about myself, that I felt like a piece of crap all the time. I felt that I didn't deserve good things in life. And so this is what I have spent my life understanding because of my own sickness and my own journey into health. And I only share this because If you have been going to the doctors and going and trying to get help and assistance, and no matter what's recommended to you, maybe you still feel a suffering in your body, in your being, and your energy, you're struggling with all kinds of different health problems maybe, I want you to know that it can get better. But we have to be willing to look at our beliefs and our thoughts and feelings around healing. We have to be a little bit more open-minded if we want to heal. Healing is more about letting go than it is about doing anything. Healing is a process of releasing old thoughts, releasing expectations, releasing old beliefs or feelings that if we haven't forgiven ourselves for something, if we feel like a failure, if we feel like that we've done something that we can't be forgiven for, and if we're holding all of this anger inside, will cause us disease, it will cause us suffering, it will cause us inflammation. Anger, hot, and inflammation. So there is a huge mind-body connection, and we are just energy. So our mind, our body, and our heart all coming together create our wellness or our unwellness. And so if you ever want a little bit more of resources, reach out to me and I can give you a specific book to read or a specific website, depending on what you currently may be struggling with. Because we all come to the table with different problems and different situations. And I truly believe that our health is the gateway to understanding your heart and soul better and really deciding, what do I want to do in the world? Because it doesn't matter how smart we are. Because if our body feels like shit, we can't use the intellect. We can't use the smartness that we have to bring anything to come to life because we don't feel well, we're sick, we're struggling. And we may have all of these goals and dreams and we want to spend our money that we make at our job to go do all those things. But if our body feels like doo-doo, we get to the end of our career that we've saved up all of this money to do these things with, and we feel like doo-doo. And then we want to just not do those things that we actually have put off all along. So mind-body connection is really important, and I think now more than ever, I just wanted to share that you are not alone if you're suffering in your body. There is hope, even if the people that you're currently seeing are telling you there is no hope for you. I do absolutely believe there is hope. Oh, one last thing. There is a documentary called Heal, H-E-A-L. H-E-A-L. I highly recommend that documentary. It's probably on iTunes. It's probably on Netflix. And you might even be able to find some of it, or at least a trailer of it, on YouTube. H-E-A-L documentary, Heal. This talks about, it doesn't matter what food we're eating. There's people on there that were really, really, really sick. They were eating excellent food. They were taking excellent care of their bodies, but the beliefs that they had, they were suffering from this emotional turmoil inside and the beliefs that they had that stemmed from earlier on in their lives. So that documentary can really help you understand energy and that our body, heart, and mind is all tied into our energy. I am wishing you well. I hope this video was helpful. You can share it, please, with a friend or someone that you may know that could benefit from it. And H-E-A-L documentary Heal is really good if you want to go a little bit deeper. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.